Guys, I mentioned in the last video that I used to race cars, and there's the shop that I used to race out of here at Mom and Dad's house. It's also where I built my hot rod, which I will try and put some pictures in there. I built this 85 Dodge truck. I mentioned it in the Tazewell video, but that's where Old Blue was built too. So since I keep talking about when I used to race, here's some pictures of back in the day whenever I used to race. First is my Chevette that I started out in. And then this is my brother's car that we built after I switched over to this, which is a UMP open wheel modified. This was my first one. And then this is in the yard up from the shop. Right here is at Lake Cumberland Speedway back in the day, probably 20 years ago. Here's the new body we put on this car. Here's me and Dad messing around with the engine. And then that's what it looked like with the graphics kit. After we got it done. Back then there weren't wraps, it was actually individual stickers that went on everything. And this is the last car that we had, that me and my brother both kind of drove, because that's when I was transitioning over to full-time with the military. But that's me and her right there. This is Old Blue, the 85 Dodge that I talked about building in that shop. Reupholstered, had that seat reupholstered, redyed the carpet. We put a 440 Magnum in it out of a 75 Winnebago. So this is the view from my parents' deck. Just wanted you all to see what this valley looks like back in behind their house. There's Mom out there tilling her garden. But yeah, it's just beautiful here, in case you guys aren't from this area. Hey, this is Jason.
Hey, it's Jada. And welcome
to the Pettit Life. Hey guys, it's Jason here with the Pettit Life. Jada's not with us tonight. She's got to work late, so just me and Dad. But we're heading to Lake Cumberland Speedway for the Valvoline Ironman Latemodel Series tonight. 7,500 to win. Should be a good show. That's my home track where I first started racing at. So yeah, should be a good one. We'll see you guys there. Well, everybody, welcome to my home track. This is Lake Cumberland Speedway in Burnside, Kentucky. This is where I started racing at, and where I started watching racing at when I was just a little kid. So what got it all started. Again, we're here tonight for the Valvoline Ironman Super Latemodels Series, 7,500 to win, and the Brucebuilt Ironman Modifieds also, which are the cars that I actually used to race. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully it's a good show, and hopefully we get it in. Maybe a little weather on the way. So everybody cross your fingers and pray that we don't get a rain out. Here's me holding Jeff Anderson's trophy after he won the Road Hog feature back in the day. All right, guys, we're here at the Lake Cumberland Speedway getting ready to do a walkthrough in the pits. Let's see who's here for the Valvoline Ironman Series and the Brucebuilt Ironman Modified Series. Got one there getting ready to come out. Skylar Marlar, Mike Marlar's little brother, and next to him is Cameron Marlar. People may not know this, but this is also Mike Marlar's home track. He started racing here a couple years before I did, before he ended up going on and being as successful as he has been. Modified here. Of course, Michael Chilton also started racing here. This is one of his home tracks. Tim Taylor. There's an outside and an inside pit area here. We're in the outside pits right now. Great car. Here you got one of the Conleys from up in Ohio, and Josh Rice. He races up at Florence a lot. And then the 15 car, I believe that's his brother James. And then Austin Lay, Jesse Lay's son. Then you got Phillips here and Peyton Freeman, and I'm not sure who's in that 15 car. That's Christian Hanger in that 15 car. I didn't realize it at first because it's got a new body on it with not really any graphics. Now we'll head over into the inside pits. Now we're in the inside pits now. Of course, there's turn 1. Up there's where we'll be sitting a little bit later in the pit grandstands. More modifieds. Shane Irvin's crate car. It's pretty this year. The white car next to it, the 92X, is his super late model that he was running tonight too. This is a 3/8 mile track. It's an oval, but it's got a weird shape to it. Turn 4 opens up a lot more than turn 2 does. And if I can think of it, I'll find an aerial picture and post it on here. But that makes it unique. That makes it unique to drive at, for sure. Front-wheel drive class here, along with the hobby stocks, which are always fun to watch. It's always tight racing. That number 99 Camaro is one of the hobby stocks next to Blake Brown's modified. More crate cars. Lake Cumberland Speedway. Now we're coming around into turn 3. Like I said, this end of the track opens up a little more than, really it tightens up coming off of 2. There comes another hobby stock. That USA 1 car has won a lot of hobby stock races here over the last few years. There goes Brandon in that Dodge. They're promoted. This generator is going to be a little bit loud for a second. And as you can see, Pettit's Lawn Care is also marketing partners with Lake Cumberland Speedway. We like to help them out. Even though I don't race anymore, I still love it. More modifieds here on the front stretch. Everybody loves the sound of the impact wrench. Got more cars getting ready to park. Let's look up at the grandstands and the tower. There's Victory Lane. That's your pit walk for now at Lake Cumberland Speedway for the Brucebuilt, Valvoline Brucebuilt modifieds and the Valvoline Ironman Super Latemodels. 7,500 to win for the late models, 1,500 to win for the modifieds. We'll get you some race footage here shortly. This is a shot from where we'll be sitting at tonight. Really hope those clouds don't have as much moisture in them as I think they do. But that's another look at, there's 1 and 2. Like I said, it tightens up off of 2, and then it opens up off of 4. So that makes for a different kind of place to race. Interesting groove to run, but yep, Lake Cumberland Speedway. I forgot to mention it earlier, guys, but an EF1 tornado came through here last Friday and actually come through this end of the track, took out some poles, took out the pit concession. That's a new building. Took down Victory Lane sign, knocked one of these, the scoreboard, it knocked it down. Came over here and knocked one of these poles into the bleachers, damaging some bleachers, and down there where our sponsorship sign is, it tore all that down. So it's kind of a big deal for them to be able to get back ready to race this weekend after that happening. It also did some damage out in the parking lot. I think $40,000 worth of damage is what he said. So yeah, hopefully all he asked is that people come out to the races tonight and support them. So hopefully those grandstands over there will be full a little bit later. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I forgot to talk about it earlier while I was doing the walkthrough. We'll show you some of the Super Late Model qualifying here. First car out was Josh Rice. This is the Wild Child, Michael Chilton, getting ready to go out for qualifying. Next up is Eli Beats, got to qualify. This is one of Mike Marlar's little brothers, Cameron Marlar, out to qualify. Stacy Bowles is in that number 11 on the pole too. Here we go, race number one. number 2 getting ready to roll out. Peyton Freeman, Cameron Marlar, Kurt Phillips, James Rice, Rod Conley, some of the ones in this one. Eli Beats is starting on the pole of this one. I wasn't sure who that was for a little while into the night. The speaker in front of us wasn't working, so I had to find out from someone else who that was. Valvoline Ironman Super Latemodels. 7,500 to win. Should be coming to the green. Called it back. Didn't like the start. We're going to try it again. Complete restart. there though. Eli beats leading right now. Getting ready to have a restart. Eli beats still in the lead. Big pile up on the restart, coming through 3 and 4. Got Marlar, Combs, Nobby. Can't tell who else is in it yet. It's going to take a minute to pull them cars apart over there, so just bear with us. All right, after about a 10-15 minute delay, they're getting them cars pulled apart. We're getting ready to go back green, 1 lap. 8's still your leader. Here we go. Another big wreck back in turn 3. That 11 car got turned into the infield tractor tire back there. Big pile up ensued. I don't think as many got tore up this time. That's what's left of the 11 car after the infield tractor tire got it. get out of his car and go drive Tim Taylor's crate car where Tim's hurt. So hopefully he'll do good in that too. There comes your feature winner for the Valvoline Ironman Super Latemodels 7500 to win. Haley Beats. Didn't get to come out for his heat race, so he'll be starting on the back, see what he can do. We got Michael Chilton starting on the pole of the crate race in Tim Taylor's car. You guys can see Mike Marlar made it all the way up to third place on the closing laps. Flag. The Pro Late Model Crate Race. Tim Taylor's 44 car. Here we go. Brucebuilt Ironman Modifieds. Barber and Brown on the front row. Ricky Arms behind them. And these are the cars I used to race. Apparently something did break. We're having to pull it away on the record. All right, so Barber's in the lead now. Race start number 4. And another one. Let's try this again. Race start number 5. Brucebuilt Ironman Modifieds. Mike Marlar's dad, David Marlar, right there in that 57 car. Gerald Haynes Jr. This is always a good class to watch.
When I said Hall of Fame, I meant Lake Cumberland Speedway Hall of Fame.
Here we go, Brasher Shabby Stocks.
Brasher Shabby Stocks,
And we got them around already. Alright, we got a complete restart with the factory hobby stocks. Brasher Shabby Stocks.
going into 3. And
car tried to go out of the park. Hope we can get this one in. I just looked at the radar and rain is definitely currently right on top of it. So we got 2 more races left for the night. We may be getting wet for this one for you all before we get out of here. This is honestly usually a really good class to watch here. You got a bunch of guys that used to race all the time that have got back into it for this class, and then new guys. Here we go. Starting to sprinkle right now. Yeah, I know it. Guys, we're getting ready to get rained out. It's starting to sprinkle. I don't know if they're going to let this one try to go or not. So this might be it. Like we're getting ready to get rained out. What did you think about the races we got to see?
Oh,
they were pretty good.
Great race.
Yeah.
Great race. I'd like to see this one.
Yeah, the supers and the open wheels and great cars put on a good show, and they're under caution right now, but it's starting to rain. I'd say it's getting ready to be in. If not, we'll go ahead and try to show you some more. Coming down. It's starting right now over the radar, and it's really good system getting ready to come through. So anyway, we'll get you on the next video.
As always, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for our next big adventure. Like, share, and subscribe to get that content.